Good thing we got 500 yards of line on this. What's going on, guys? Lawson here, got my buddy Zeke with me, and right now we're on the beach. We are going to be throwing some big top waters for bluefish, jack, and sharks. It is a pretty chilly morning. We got our waders on. It's about 53 degrees out, but we have big giant surf rods right here that we'll talk about in a little bit, and we're just going to be slinging these baits as far as we can and seeing if we can hook up with some big fish. We got to rig up. All right, Zeke and I are walking down. Right now we're throwing these bad boys I picked up at a shop called GT Ice Cream. They're just like giant plugs that bomb in the wind and fly really far. Oh, there's the little fish. There we go. That was only about the third cast of the morning. It's not too bad. I think we got a bluefish or a jack. Can't tell. Bluefish. Now here's the question. Do we keep him for a chunk? All right, well, poor buddy. He's unfortunately going to be saved for a chunk bait for either sharks or more blues. So we're going to go up, dispatch them, and toss them in the bucket. All right. We're gonna dispatch little buddy. We're gonna put a knife right behind his eyes and skull. Zeke is getting attacked by a dog that's trying to steal his bluefish. You got a bluefish on out there? What? You got a bluefish on out there? That was the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever seen. I like literally grabbed my big camera and filmed you. You're being attacked by a dog for your bluefish. I'll let it pass. That's a nice bluefish. He's way bigger than the one I just caught. Holy crap. Beautiful.
Big old boy. That's a good sized bluefish.
Beautiful.
That's actually my first bluefish.
Really?
Yeah.
Ever?
Yeah.
Awesome. And it almost got stolen by a small golden retriever. These stupid lures work, don't they?
Yeah.
And you can throw them about 400 yards. Zeke's over here on another fish. Where's the fish? On. There must be a whole fat school bluefish right in front of Zeke and I. He's sitting there unhooking one. He's already landed two. I've already landed one. Now we're into another one. Oh, got all the surf fishermen setting up around us now. They're seeing us catching fish. He ate that way the heck out there, man. This is awesome. I mean, it is just first light right now. Sun's trying to creep up behind all those clouds. And we're hooking into big blues on the beach here. This one feels good. Maybe one of these things is gonna turn into about a 50-pound black tip smashing this top water, and it's just gonna be absolute chaos. That's what I'm hoping happens here. But instead, we're just wrecking some blues. Barely hooked. Bluefish number 4 right there in the morning for Zeke and I. I mean, talk about awesome. Catching them, releasing them. Keep throwing and see how many more we can hook, baby. Oh gosh. Throw right out front. There's a school of bluefish right in front of us. We're just cranking them in. I have my Saltiga right now, which in all honesty is almost, I mean not almost, it is overkill for these bluefish. But if I hook a black tip, it's gonna be right in the money. Boom. Bluefish number 5 of the morning. It's safe to say they are chewing. All right, I'll take an easy release like that. There's another one. This will be my third one since you've walked away. I've already released 2. Yeah, they're right in front. Just send one as far as you can out. This will put us at 6 bluefish and about 15 minutes of fishing, I think. You're on? Zeke literally just walked up, made 1 cast and hooked up. I'm telling you, he might be my biggest so far. Beautiful, probably about 4-pound blue. Crushing them right now. Zeke went from this morning, have never caught a bluefish, to hooked into your 3rd one in about 10 minutes. Dude, so funny. You see everybody starting to walk down towards us. There goes Zeke with his 3rd. About though, being properly prepared, like how big of a difference it makes. There's fish. Having waders, surf rods, like, it makes a big deal. This might be the littlest one so far. He's just dragging in. This will be my 5th bluefish of the morning, and it right now is 7:30. We've been fishing for 30 minutes. Blue number 9 collectively, my 5th one, I think. Shoulder hurting? Gotta grind through it, baby. Ah. That was so crazy. Yeah, dude, they're riding in the waves. I let that sit on the backside, like I was on front of the wave and I stopped it and let it fall into the wave and it got eaten. He's popped off. I'm getting crushed right there. Good Lord. I've hooked 2 fish on this 1 single cast. Ooh, all right, popped them, good. That puts us at 10. We're gonna take a break from throwing the plugs. I think we caught collectively probably 11 or 12 bluefish. I mean, it was going off, but I will say, and not to be like tooting our own horn or anything like that, we were really the only people hooking up. Maybe we saw, what you think, like that guy down there who was actually a subscriber, funny enough, he probably caught 3 or 4, but then other than him, like maybe 1 other guy caught 1 single bluefish. In between Zeke and I, we caught a dozen. And it's not because we're some great, wonderful fishermen and special. It's because we're really properly equipped today. And that's kind of, I'm starting to realize, makes a huge difference. It's not just as fun as it can be going out on like a limb and just being like, we're gonna make it work with whatever we got. And a lot of times you can, but when you come properly prepared, it makes a huge difference. So today, we both have 11-foot surf rods, big reels with a ton of line. We're throwing really heavy lures that get out super far, and we're wearing waders. You know, we might look stupid. We're literally probably the only people in South Florida right now on the beach wearing waders, but it lets us get a lot further out than most of these guys are wanting to go. So we're walking 10 feet out further. We're throwing 20 yards further, and because of that, we're catching a lot more fish than most people are. Sometimes it pays off to be prepared. All right, Zeke and I decided that we have caught enough bluefish, and we actually have now chunked one up here, and we're getting wrecked by waves. And we're gonna launch one way out there and let it sit for a black tip. Alrighty, real quick, I'll tell you guys what we're using today for gear, because I realized I haven't really gone over that at all. So, Saltiga 8000. Oh, I got picked up by shark. Okay, that's convenient timing. That's convenient. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah. There he goes. He's going nuts. We're on. That happened quick. He's going berserk. Oh. All right, we're locked and loaded. He is thrashing. Just, ooh. It's a good thing we got 500 yards of line on there. I can't believe it. While I'm trying to give, like, I'm trying to say like what we're throwing. So I'll continue with what we're throwing. Saltiga 8000. And this is, I don't even know what this rod is. I just got it like yesterday. It's like a Ninja Dagger is what it's called. It's a huge surf rod that a guy named Trey at a tackle shop who watches the videos helped me pick out. And a 50-pound braid. And we have a huge spool capacity on this reel for this exact reason right here. Catching big fish. So we now have a shore in front of us here. And see if we can work this baby in. God, one thing about these fish, man, they're just athletes. Like they have to be sharks, particularly black tips, have to be one of the most athletic fish ever. Oh, there he is. He's like right on top of that bar now. They're so freaking strong. So what I'm gonna do when it gets close is I'm gonna lighten my drag a lot. I might even like have you hold the rod for a second and have you put it in the pole holder and lighten it once he gets in a little closer. They just sit there sideways and they're like, I ain't moving, son. What do you think this is? You think I'm a joke to you? There he goes. He's over it now. We'll see. You can just, yeah, hold against it. Come to daddy, baby. You're good, baby. You're good. You're good. Okay. Nah, it's coming. There's our big boy. Oh yeah, that was good. All right, we have reset. Zeke just went and set out a new line, and now we play the hopefully not so long waiting game, and it'll be Zeke's turn to get onto a shark. What's the count? He's out there. Zeke's on. Zeke's on. Still there? He's running at us. Oh, he's there. Yeah, baby. Thrashing. Beaky is on. Woo.
Yeah, nope.
That?
There was like a big smack on the line and it went slack, but he must have just like changed directions.
He might hit it with his tail or something. You are pumping this guy in. I don't know if he even knows what's going on. There it is. That's what I was wondering. I was like, he's just not aware at all what's happening. Thoughts, concerns? Just focused.
I got nothing.
anything more beautiful than that? That's smoking off the reel like that?
Nope.
So far, a dozen bluefish, landed a black tip, jumped one off, and now Zeke is hooked up into his, must be your first black tip, right? First black tip ever. Caught his first bluefish. Oh crap, am I in?
He's literally right in the trough here.
You want? He just popped right there. That's all right.
Shit. That's like a slap in the face.
He popped off literally right in the trough right there. It's all right. You got the whole fight of them.
Yeah.
Zeke, take 3.
Yeah. I'm hoping he's not just sitting in the trough waiting for me to walk out there.
He's just sitting right there waiting to bite you in the butt.
Waiting to pounce.
All right, we left another line out for about 25 minutes and nothing ever came and got it. Oh, and it turns out that Zeke's hook was completely bare empty, so that might be the reason why. So we are heading back to the house. We're calling it for the morning. I will catch up with you guys at the house. Back at the house. Today was a very fun day. I mean, we got out there and just crushed the bluefish to the point where I was like, all right, I've caught enough. And I've caught enough big bluefish where some of them were mid 20 inchers, like 5 to 8 pound bluefish, that it was like, if you're in South Florida, you can't really get much better than that. And just caught so many, it was like, all right, well, let's do something else. Let's see if we can catch a shark. And set up the big rig with the big giant surf rod, the big Saltiga, put some bluefish chunks out there, slung it out, and we got on them very quick. It was an awesome day. We finished fishing by 9:30 in the morning and had our fill of a day of fishing. And that's when you know it's awesome. You know, and earlier in the video, I talked about how being prepared makes a really big difference. My cousin Christopher, you may have seen him in a video before, he has a saying that he says that, I'm not sure where he picked it up from. Let me see if I can say it right. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. That's the big joke right there. Deconstructing that, what that means is that, you know, when you come into the situation with the right gear. So today, Zeke and I, we threw our waders on because we knew it was going to be kind of cold. We had our surf rods because we're going to the beach. I just recently got that surf rod, literally yesterday, just got it. You know, got the surf rod, had our waders on, we're dressed warm, we had the right lures for throwing long distance, we had the right gear, meaning mono, steel leaders, big circle hooks, pyramid sinkers, and then we caught bluefish. We had the bait. We had all of the necessities to set ourselves up to be in the money, and that is very important. I've, for a long time, have kind of gone with the whole go with the flow. I'm gonna go fish and try to make it work with whatever I got, and sometimes that's what you have to do, and I've had to do that for a long time, was just kind of trying to make it work with whatever I could. Fortunately now, as I have done this and made more videos, I've started to build up a little more of an arsenal of gear that I have with me, and it's really great now. It's like, okay, I have this beach fishing rig, and it makes a huge difference because, I'm not kidding, I've tried to film multiple videos fishing off the beach for sharks, and I haven't caught them. And then went out and crushed them when you brought the right gear out. And it's just really important sometimes. And I'm not saying you need to go out and drop money and buy new rods or anything like that, anything by the means. I'm saying sometimes it really pays off to say, okay, I'm gonna gear up the night before and get everything ready. So the second I get to the beach, I'm ready casting, to say, okay, maybe I should go get one of these big heavy plugs if I know I'm gonna be fishing off the beach, and know that the bluefish are gonna be out a little further, the jack will be out further, the sharks will be out further, saying, okay, in my head, I know what's gonna happen, and instead of hoping, well, maybe they'll swim in closer, gearing yourself up to be where the fish are at. That's just my big spiel, my big piece of advice for you. Today was really fun wrangling those sharks. They are tough fish to tackle, and try to do our best not to tail drag them as much as we can, because that, you know, when you tail drag them, you're dragging their gills backwards, you're dragging sand in them. So it's like, when they get right in the surf, I feel like the only way to really get a hold of them when they're still in the water is get 2 hands on the tail and turn their head around, and then kind of hold them down there. And we're not sitting, when I'm sitting on top of them, I'm not putting my weight and sitting my fat butt on top of that thing. I'm just kind of hovering over him, keeping him between my legs so he can't swing from side to side and cause any pain. And the whole operation is just in and out in as fast as time as possible. It was pull them onto the beach, pliers, pop the circle hook out, lean over, take a photo, and then put them right back into the water, bear hug that baby so I don't have to drag them to the sand and get them right into the water. Sharks, there's so much about them, and I feel like I've been talking for an hour now. There's so much about them that people, you know, have misconceptions of people who aren't fishermen, and then I feel there's a big misconception with like commercial fishermen. Some people who think, oh, you need to kill sharks because they're eating all the other fish. They're an incredible part of the ecosystem, and they make the ocean go round. They are there for a reason, and they are just an incredible fish that I have so much respect for, and I hope you guys do too. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe below if you've made it this far through my rant of me talking about gear and sharks. I appreciate you guys so much. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Until next time, see ya.